Welcome to Chiba City. Yeah, I know, I'm talking about Cyberpunk and then I'm not using a green screen. But that only because I didn't want to have to project the grey, grim and gritty and dark world of William Gibson's works. I didn't want to drag you down. By the way, in case you haven't noticed, the game that I'm going to talk about is Neuromancer for the Commodore 64. RetroKork. Now, Neuromancer may share its name with the William Gibson novel, but this is a game by Interplay, which, by the way, was also released with proper mouse support on the PC as well as the Apple II and the Commodore Amiga. And well, this game is not a retelling of the events in the book. It does share the world and some characters cross over from one medium to the other. Neuromancer is, well, it's an adventure game with RPG elements to it. You're a decker. That's pretty much the equivalent of a hacker in our real world. But after you wake up with your face in a bowl of synthetic, spaghetti, well, you don't have your deck and the small sarcophagus you had in a hotel as your room. Well, it's no longer paid for either. Well, then it seems that the deckers like you have a tendency to no longer appear. Wonder what that's all about. Anyway, you need to get your deck and some money, and then you might be able to progress and ultimately discover what all of this is about, leading ultimately to a fight against the Neuromancer and a different ending than the one in Gibson's novel. Now, in this game there's a metric ton of information that you need to, write down. So you need to keep a pen and paper, or if you're using an emulator, a text editor at hand. To be honest, this game is slow. The main character is moving slowly across the screen, and you have to pretty much juggle the floppy disks. And well, unlike in the book, Chiba City seems less to be a big concrete jungle and more of a smaller town gone to the dogs. The game has music, but it's rather limited. But I think you'd be surprised to hear some sampled Devo, which I unfortunately can't play in the background because of copyright. You also get to hear the same song in a SID cover version within the game itself as well. And no, it doesn't loop, which is why I'm playing some unrelated music, though it's hopefully still the same mood. Now, I personally find this game to be really tough. You have to deal with puzzles, and when you finally get into cyberspace, you have to deal with fighting against ICEs, anti-intrusion software technically, as well as fully fledged AIs. But overall, Neuromancer is a decent game which I personally prefer to play on the PC simply due to the fact that there I can use a mouse. But if you have a Commodore 64 and you run into a copy of Neuromancer that comes with a code wheel, which you will need, it's a copy protection mechanism, by all means, give it a go. It's just a bit of shame that this game apparently never was remade using more modern day assets, but well, we can't ask Timothy Leary for the license rights. Yeah, he had the license rights. Well, that was kind of exciting. Next week, however, will be more arcadey. I will be talking about the game Night Driver, which is a driving game. Guess when it takes place?